Have you ever woken up feeling exhausted, even after what you thought was a full night's sleep? Or maybe you've looked in the mirror and thought, why do I look so tired? Why do I look older than I actually feel? I've been there, and I know how frustrating it is. Here is the truth that changed everything for me. It is not just about how long you sleep, it's about how deeply your body and brain are actually resting at night. That deep, restorative sleep is the real secret. In this video, we're going to uncover 3 small bedtime habits that can help you sleep deeper, wake up feeling fresher, and even slow down the aging process. And this is all backed by solid science. These aren't drastic lifestyle changes. They are simple, easy to implement tweaks that can make a world of difference. So if you're ready to transform your nights and revitalize your days, stick around. So why is deep sleep so incredibly important? It's not just about feeling rested. When you're in that deep sleep stage, your brain performs what scientists call a cleanup cycle. Think of it like a nightly maintenance crew for your mind. It clears out toxins that build up during the day, repairs damaged cells, and crucially, balances the hormones that control your energy, your mood, and even your appetite. This process is fundamental to your overall health. But here's the kicker. When you don't get enough of this quality deep sleep, your body goes into a state of stress. It starts releasing more cortisol, which you've probably heard of as the stress hormone. Now, cortisol isn't all bad in small doses, but when it's chronically elevated, it wreaks havoc. One of its most damaging effects, it breaks down collagen. That's the protein responsible for keeping your skin firm, elastic, and youthful. So yes, a direct line can be drawn from poor sleep to faster aging. It's not just in your head. Those dark circles and fine lines can be a direct result of restless nights. The good news, and there is really good news, is that you have the power to fix this. You don't need expensive gadgets or complicated routines. You can reclaim your deep sleep and its anti-aging benefits with just a few simple, conscious changes to your evening routine. Let's dive into the first one. Habit number 1 is all about creating a calm, sleep-friendly environment. Think of it as setting the stage for a great performance. 2 hours before you plan to go to bed, start to dim the lights in your home and, if you can, lower the room temperature just slightly. There's a powerful biological reason for this. Your body has an internal clock, and it naturally produces melatonin, the sleep hormone, when it senses darkness and coolness. This signals to your brain that it's time to wind down. Now think about our modern lives. We're surrounded by bright overhead lights, glowing TV screens, and of course our phones. This constant exposure to bright light, especially the blue light emitted from our screens, sends the opposite signal to our brain. It basically tells your brain it's still daytime, keeping you alert and wired. That's why you can scroll on your phone for an hour in bed and feel physically tired, but your mind is still racing. You're actively working against your body's natural rhythm. So here's a practical tip. Switch off those bright, harsh overhead lights and use softer, warmer-toned lamps instead. Create a cozy, cave-like atmosphere. And for the temperature, aim for somewhere around 18 to 20 degrees Celsius or 64 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit. This cool environment helps your body temperature drop, which is a key trigger for initiating sleep. It's a simple change, but it tells your body loud and clear. It's time to rest. Let's move on to habit number 2, establishing a relaxing pre-sleep routine. Your brain isn't a simple on-off switch. You can't just go from 100 miles an hour to a dead stop and expect to fall into a deep sleep. It needs a transition period, a signal that it's time to shut down for the night, much like how you properly shut down a computer instead of just pulling the plug. A consistent 20-minute pre-sleep ritual can be that signal. This doesn't have to be complicated. It's about finding small, calming activities that you enjoy and that help you disconnect from the stresses of the day. For example, you could try drinking a warm, comforting cup of chamomile or lavender tea. These herbs have natural calming properties that can help soothe your nervous system. Or you could take 5 minutes to do some journaling. A great practice is to write down 3 things you're grateful for from the day. This simple act shifts your focus from worry to positivity, which is incredibly helpful for calming a busy mind. Another wonderful option is reading a few pages of a calm book, and I mean a physical book, not an e-reader with a bright screen. The goal here is to engage in an activity that lowers your heart rate, slows your breathing, and shifts your brain from its active, problem-solving beta wave state into a more relaxed alpha state. This ritual becomes a powerful psychological cue. Over time, your brain will start to associate these activities with sleep, making it easier and faster to drift off each night. Find what works for you, make it a non-negotiable part of your evening, and watch how it prepares you for deep, restorative rest. All right, now for habit number 3. This one might be the hardest for many of us to adopt, but honestly, it's also the most powerful. The habit is this: no screens for at least 30 minutes before bed. I know, that late-night scroll is tempting. It feels like a way to wind down, but it's doing the exact opposite. As we touched on earlier, our phones, tablets, TVs, and computers all emit a high concentration of blue light. This specific wavelength of light is a major suppressor of melatonin production. Let me put it this way: staring at your phone in a dark room is like shining a tiny little sun directly into your eyes and telling your brain, "Hey, it's the middle of the day, stay awake." Even just a few minutes of scrolling can significantly delay the onset of sleep and reduce its quality. Studies have shown that people who cut out screen time for just 30 minutes before bed experience, on average, 37% deeper and more restorative sleep. That is a massive improvement from such a small change. So, what can you do instead? This is where you can get creative. Use this screen-free time to do some gentle stretching to release any physical tension from the day. You could try a guided meditation app. Just be sure to set it up, press play, and then put the phone face down away from you. Or you can simply practice deep breathing. Inhale slowly for 4 counts, hold for 4, and exhale for 6. This simple exercise is incredibly effective at activating your body's relaxation response. It sounds almost too simple to work, but replacing that screen time with a calming activity is one of the single best things you can do for your sleep. Give it a try tonight. Now that we've covered the 3 core habits, I want to give you a couple of quick bonus tips to really supercharge your sleep quality. Let's talk about what you put into your body. Think of it as feeding your sleep. First, try to avoid caffeine and large, heavy meals within 3 hours of your bedtime. Caffeine is a stimulant, and its effects can last for hours, keeping your mind buzzing when it should be winding down. A big meal forces your digestive system to work overtime, which can be disruptive to sleep. On the flip side, there are foods that can actually promote rest. Specifically, foods rich in magnesium are fantastic for sleep. Magnesium is a natural muscle relaxant and helps calm the nervous system. Great sources include bananas, almonds, spinach, and dark chocolate. A small, sleep-friendly snack like a handful of almonds or a small banana an hour before bed can be a great addition to your routine. And finally, the ultimate key to all of this is consistency. Your body thrives on routine. Try to go to bed and wake up at roughly the same time every single day, even on weekends. Yes, even on weekends. This helps to regulate your body's internal clock or circadian rhythm, making it easier to fall asleep and wake up naturally. It might feel tough at first, but after a week or 2, you'll notice you feel more in sync and more energized. So, let's bring it all together. Sleep isn't a luxury or a waste of time. It is your body's most powerful and essential healing process. It's when the magic happens. When you consistently get deep, quality sleep, your mind becomes clearer, your energy levels soar, your skin glows brighter, and even your heart grows stronger. It impacts every single aspect of your well-being. So tonight, I challenge you to try these 3 small habits. Start by dimming the lights to create a calm sanctuary. Then, spend 20 minutes on a relaxing ritual to calm your mind. And finally, put your phone away for at least 30 minutes before you close your eyes. Remember, every good day, every productive day, every happy day starts with a good night. If you found this video helpful and you're ready to invest in your health, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might need to hear this. And do not forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more health and wellness tips every week. Thank you so much for watching, and sweet dreams.